Oh! What? No. Oh, great. Yo, what's good? Easy Breezy Ebe here, and today we got Fear the Walking Dead, Season 6, Episode 13. I think it's just called JD. If you haven't been here before, welcome. Go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button. It'll help the channel out a lot. Every little thing counts. And yeah, if you have been here before, welcome back, yo. So this is the episode after the devastating episode, which was the last episode, the Mother's Day episode. Fittingly, I guess, ironically fittingly, because it was about a mother and her daughter sort of meeting for the first time in a weird dream state. Unfortunately, of course, we find out Athena, it wasn't the struggle for Grace to survive, it was a struggle for Athena to survive after the explosion. I'm adamant about that explosion being the thing that actually led to the miscarriage. Let me know what you guys think, but that's definitely what I think. And it was devastating because I think a lot of people sort of assumed like, oh, they're gonna do another sort of Lori, and that took me a little bit. Yeah, they'll do another Lori where she dies and then the baby survives. But nope, that's not what they did. They flipped it on its head, and at the same time, Morgan gave away the key, which, you know, presumably at this point it's the submarine key to whatever's in the submarine. So yeah, and I didn't really watch the teaser. I saw a clip on Twitter. It's a June episode. Yeah, you know, let's just get right to it. It's been a long day for me. I'm doing this kind of late, but so I'm gonna try my best to put my full effort into paying attention. Yeah, you know, I'm excited still. Let's just get right to it. So, bird's nest crushed, probably alluding to the fucking baby that we just lost last episode. June. Joker June, as I said. Joker June. Oh, what is she doing back here? Checking on Grace, maybe.
Don't you say it.
Why? Oh, so it is the radiation. That's what they're saying. It's not the explosion.
So tell me again how you're here right now for Grace, and that you're not here right now for yourself.
Not really the smartest thing to say that the only sort of medical professional you have around. But I guess, you know, emotions run high right now. Well, June episode with John's hat. So we're not gonna see anybody except for June. Judging from the previously on, again, John Dorie is talking about his dad, which is something that's kind of recurring throughout this season. So yeah, that's gonna come back, I think. Wow, these people putting it on the street now, huh? I don't know, you know, like, how do we feel about June? I think you guys would agree that what she did was just murder Virginia. And let's not get it twisted, it was a murder, but like, how are we feeling about that? Like, are we forgiving her for it? Clearly Morgan is not really under these circumstances, but like, would you accept her back in the group?
He didn't mean it.
Bro, Dwight is so skinny.
Probably the only reason I'm still breathing.
Maybe he'd still be here.
It sucks so much that John is not on the show anymore.
Boy.
I guess Army of the Dead will be out soon, so
Jerry.
we get to watch the great Garrett Dillahunt.
She was trading supplies behind the wall.
Soon.
And
Sherry, surprise.
horses don't take unleaded.
It's for the tank, man.
There's nothing here. I picked up a muffled signal. Did you bring more company?
Oh! Oh my God! Ooh, he's a very sharpshooter. Oh, look at those zombies.
I said we needed him alive!
She's not gonna hit him from there with a revolver? That guy's probably not one of them. It's probably John's dad. But what is this? You know what that reminds me of? It's like if you're a detective, you know, in detective shows they always have like the cork board and the string and the photos, like mind map, you know? Oh no. You know who else is a sharpshooter? John Dory. It's definitely his dad.
Why are you here?
Not leaving my friends behind.
Right.
He was intending to miss.
That's me. I'm John Dory.
Look at June's reaction. Going back to the pregnancy thing, like a lot of family talk this season as well. Ginny, Dakota, you know, Grace, Morgan, John and June, obviously.
Your trail ran cold. I was tired.
He was with John. He was with John.
I was thinking about ending it. Not just the search.
I remember that. John pushed him.
I already know the answer.
Why would you have his
I
gun,
was
right?
gonna be here with that look on your face, that gun on your hip,
And the ring.
2 wedding rings. I was a cop. I notice things.
I was a cop. I didn't take a
So is he.
cop.
You became a cop.
He was like, you became a cop? God damn it.
Great.
Oh, great. Oh my god, man. Can we just, you know, kill it first? Oh, look at those guts. Fucked it up completely, man. And it's still alive.
There. Transmission fluid, too. Probably nicked the
Oh.
line when you hit it.
Can you?
This thing's toast.
June's fucking everything up. It's like Dwight's still chasing her after finding her. Like, did you fall?
You okay? I told you to slow down.
Right.
His heart's giving out. We're gonna have to.
What's wrong with Cherry, man? She's been just so weird.
Negan?
Negan?
I'm gonna find him. I said that before.
What?
You mean that this time?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, good on you, Dwight.
Going at my speed.
All right.
Let her do whatever she wants. I'd be surprised if we see her in the Walking Dead show, though. But like, what the fuck is going on with her character? Nah, she ain't leaving, man.
June's jacket.
She's gonna stay because of June. Because of John. Maybe something in that letter. Mortician gets life. Oh my god! That's Ted!
There are certain ways.
Look at his hair! That's Ted! Mortician? The embalming?
Yeah, that's me.
And him?
Eddie Maddox.
No!
They malarkey back in the 70s.
Oh my god.
For all of this?
This...
Eddie. Should have killed him when I had the chance. Guess it's not too late.
Wow.
It wasn't exactly clean.
Yeah.
I had to do the wrong thing.
I can't believe that
Framed.
that story
Did anyone ever find
John had with the rabbi is like
People started thinking
connected
I was some hero.
to all of this shit. That's crazy, man.
This is our best lead.
We're going back to that cabin. That's crazy.
Teddy's childhood home.
Oh, it's one of the embalmed ones. It's burned. Half of it is burned, yeah. Because of Alicia.
What's Teddy's doing? Do his victims back when the dead stayed dead.
So weird. He's like, Teddy's like living out his fantasy. Like, oh, I can kill people and embalm them. Like, 'cause it's like his fetish or some shit. And it's just, I can just do it forever now.
All are in the same sperm to worm circle of life mumbo jumbo to just about
Sperm to worm.
Why the embalming fluid?
That's how he keeps out the unworthy.
Get him out of the
Reservation
cycle.
Moving on to the next world. But he could sell ice to an Eskimo. And you can bet that his new followers...
But he can sell ice to an Eskimo.
They're not the only ones.
Well, seems pretty clear which direction things are pointing me in.
Yo, I can't wait to watch the other reactions in your comments. Like, I need your guys' take on this whole Sherry situation.
Places changed.
It's such a weird storyline. Like, goddamn, not the bridge, man. Just reminds me of fucking Dakota's dumbass. Oh! And it's the gun. You picked the wrong person to point a gun to.
Could never get anyone to talk. All we know is
Could never get anyone to talk because they're fucking cult members. Like, that's insane. Really? I live here now.
permanently. In case you hadn't heard.
It's over for you. You say some dumb shit like that, you're gonna die. Oh no. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my gosh, man! Are we fucking killing people every episode? Oh my god! Ari, is that what we're doing, dude? Oh.
Help me get him inside. Hurry.
Wow, man. At least fucking June is here. I hope he survives, man. I don't know. Didn't seem fatal. Could be, but I don't know. Maybe it went straight through. Oh, it didn't go straight
We
through.
were meant to fix this old girl up together, he and I. John had this light about him. Of course, you know.
We all know. We all know.
I was afraid I'd snuff it out.
My father.
Same way I forgave Dad for
Damn.
leaving me. Took me a few years to see it from his shoes. But I forgave him. He was a good man, you. But no matter what happens, sure as the sun sets, I will never... I will never stop trying to get back to you.
No.
Back to those early days at the cabin. When a pretty lady named Laura washed up on my shore. And if I die knowing I lived a life worth living.
Nah, it's too crazy, man.
And a nurse named June was the light guiding my way. I love you, Junebug.
Jumba. You see? You need to take care of Teddy. Teddy's the new Negan, man.
I'm not ready for this to be goodbye, dude.
Make up your fucking mind, though, for real.
I have been using Negan as an excuse for why we can't be together. Why?
Why? It's the past, man.
You guys...
I mean, that's good. I hope that's the end of that tension, man. Like, jeez. Well, you know what, though? Since we've resolved that, it seems like that's like the first piece in the imagined future we had of Old Man James or Old Man Morgan. Is in the future they were together and as a family, Sherry and Dwight. So there's hope in that department, I guess. So are the Jabberwock? Is she gonna leave the Jabberwockies now? She's gonna go to the dam.
Another chance to do the same here. At this place.
Well, don't tell John Sr. about Dakota, though.
Anything you could do or say to make things better?
That'd be weird. All right, so that's the episode called JD. I'll just go through kind of one by one each of the characters. It's a good episode. It was emotional. You know, I think most of it came from the fact that we never really, the shock of John Dory's death, we never really had time to breathe, because right after John Dory's death, we had the whole thing with Virginia, and then after that, we went to Dallas, and then right after that, we had Grace's whole ordeal, and now we have this episode where we had to introduce a character, John Dory's dad. We had to sort of see where June's at, because she's kind of been here and there, but now we get to see where June's at mentally after John Dory's death. We had to resolve Dwight and Sherry's sort of marital affairs, their like marital tensions, like Sherry's whole insecurity and not being able to move forward, not realizing that like Dwight is more important than Negan, you know, and we got to resolve that, which I'm glad we did. And then we learned more about Teddy, and yeah, so like that's 4 main things that happened this episode. So it was a pretty dense episode, and I liked it because of that. But at the same time, it wasn't the most like action, fast-paced, sort of. That part of it wasn't there, so we, you know, it was a balancing act. I would say there was some action to it, but at the same time, so it was a pretty dense episode. But at the same time, there wasn't as much, you know. I guess it wasn't so actiony and not so many set pieces or anything like that. We're really just doing some exposition and sort of moving the story forward in terms of who is Teddy and all those things, and getting June and Morgan sort of on the same side again. So this episode, it was like a sort of like a eulogy episode towards John, I'd say, on one hand, like with the whole sort of reading of the letter at John's grave at the cabin. So at the same time, what I liked about it and what I'm glad it did, like I'm gonna be honest, like one of the things that sort of bugged me this season was the weird, like, it seemed a bit forced. I'm gonna be honest, like it seemed a bit forced, this tension between Dwight and Sherry. Like they got together, they're still in love with each other, but just Sherry, she just can't move on, and she's like acting very weird, and she's been doing this, and Dwight's just been so calm about it. Like, okay, good on Dwight, you know, and that's the type of person he is, which is why we like Dwight. But at the same time, like it's kind of been dragging a little bit too long, even though I don't think it's that. I think the timing makes sense. It's just like because they're always sprinkle like those little moments so randomly within these like episodes, and it just thematically, I think it's a bit jarring. So it's like, oh, we're doing this Dwight and Sherry scene again, you know. And now that we've resolved it, I hope it's resolved, and I'm glad that this episode did that. And that was sort of the highlight of the episode for me. I knew from whatever I saw on Twitter, that short teaser, that we were gonna see John Dory's dad. The name of the episode is JD. So, and we tied him, like, how is he integral to the whole main story? Is the fucking Theodore is Teddy, basically the serial killer cultist that John Dory Sr. planted evidence to arrest this guy, and which led to him leaving John Dory Jr. That's fucking Theodore, that's Teddy, the fucking weirdo cultist. So, you know, that was a big thing that not really happened in the episode, but explained. So, yeah, you know, that was cool. I like that we're progressing the story forward. So it was a good episode. I wouldn't call it filler because things do happen. Actually, like the thing is, a lot of things happened this episode, weirdly, like a sneaky way. So, and if this is the least enticing episode of this half season, like, it says something. This half season, ever since the break, 6B is very strong. So, you know, so I'm excited to see where the rest of the season goes. And I saw the trailer after the episode as well. Finally, man, finally, Alicia episode. So I'm excited for next week for sure. So there we go. That's my reaction to this episode. Good episode, and sorry if I'm like a little bit babbling for the review, but yeah, it's a bit late, so I apologize. But I'm glad you're here. If you're still here, thanks for watching. And remember, until the next episode, easy does it.